Nice.
You're so cute.
You're so cute.
Whatever.
Hey, everybody. You're right. Don't tell nobody. Welcome to Whack Wednesday. Okay, it is the Wednesday evening live. My name is Autumn. This is my husband Richard. Welcome to our channel, Watch Autumn Keto. We go live every Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday morning at 9:30 a.m. Eastern, but we also go live on hashtag Whack Wednesday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern, where we talk about keto, we talk about our lives, we talk about how keto fits into our lives, and we just talk to the Whack fam in the comments. So let's hop to that right now. Don't forget, you can find us here at Watch Autumn Keto. And then I am Keto Strong there. Oh my God, to get all the other stuff. Because my husband is taking off his pants right now.
What are you talking
You were taking off your pants.
Literally.
You have shorts on under it, but.
Have you not been to a gym recently?
What?
Because
are we at the gym? No.
It's called layers.
Okay, he is delayering right now. Okay, so sweetheart, look, I'm teaching him how to run it.
My thighs are really sore right now.
Do not tell them. Well, because I'm distracted. You can't just take off your pants in front of me and not expect me not to be like, oh my goodness. Okay, before I forget, today is the last day to enroll in my course From Macros to Meal Plans. It starts this coming Tuesday. I'm so excited. Use the link in the description box below if you're interested. Tonight at midnight. After that, enrollment's closed for this session. There it is, right? Also, excellent news. Keto Palooza is expanding. All right, there will be an additional 40 tickets on sale because we're going to a hundo. 40 tickets on sale. Starting on Monday. I've already emailed all the virtual ticket holders, and they have between now and Monday to upgrade their tickets if they want to come in person. And then after that, new Keto Palooza tickets will resume sale on Monday. So make sure you're on my email list if you want to make sure that you get that notification on Monday, right?
All the above.
Yes. So we're really excited about that. So don't forget, check your email. So those are the two announcements that I wanted to make.
Look at you blurting out random stuff.
Blurting out announcements. He said booyah first. Of course you are, Heath. Glenda's here, says Heath is always. That's exactly what I said. Of course he is. So,
well, Glenda at least knows what's going on.
Glenda said, hey, or Heath just watched your nachos video, and now I'm craving nachos big time. Yeah, I saw the pork rind nachos. They look delicious. Gina said, hi, everyone. Heath, I started watching your channel today. Floats. Yum. I love it. I can't wait till Friday. Yes. He is doing his Friday live. Absolutely. Look at you, Heath. Everybody becoming a part of the Hungry Horde, is it? That's the name. Yeah, that's his people. I love it. The Hungry Heath Horde.
I didn't know that.
The Horde of Hungry Heath people.
That rolls off.
It does. All the H's. Gail's here, says, good morning, Autumn and Richard. I got my Keto Chow package in the mail today. Yay! Did you?
Yay!
They were like expected to be there on Friday. Okay, that's fine. That's dope. I'm so excited. Can't wait to hear how you love the new flavors.
Yes, exactly. Like we all do.
Yeah, see, Glenda said I got an email that it was shipped. I'll probably get it on Friday. Yeah, that's
there we go.
Yeah,
there
exactly. Gail said, yes, looking forward to the caramel macchiato. Jamie's here, says, hi, everyone. Exactly. She's only in all night. Gina said, I did 2 a day this week to break a stall. I also added a quick chocolate protein to the ones I made with water. That sounds good. Did it break your stall? The Keto Chows. We have to hear. Jerry Van West says, hey, y'all. Jerry and Patty are here. Happy Wappy for Quince.
The Van West.
Exactly. The Van West.
Jerry and Patty.
the Van West.
When Jerry's logged in, we don't know.
Yes, Patty's really a lurker. He could say she's there.
Oh,
Holly's here.
His name.
Say good evening. Oh my God.
No, I am Jerry.
I am Jerry.
Oh, Patty.
You look at Patty. So we know it's you, girl. Oh, you're so funny. You're ridiculous. I can't. I don't even know why I go along with you sometimes. Like it gets on my nerves.
Because you randomly blurt out people
random disrobing,
taking off the gym clothes.
Carla says good evening. Hi, Carla. Kathy's here. Says hola, wackadee whackers. Yeah. Oh, wackadee whackers. I love that. Happy Wednesday. Yes. Got to put the emphasis on the right syllable. Brianna says good evening, friends. Absolutely. Lisa J's here. Says hey, fam. Hey.
What's going on, Lisa J?
So when I you walked in on Richard Tucker's fans.
Oh my God.
Shelly said, hey, Whack Ma'am, it's the warden. Hi, Shelly. I'm so glad you're here.
This is verbal.
Yes. Oh, my God. He said, Weeping Wednesday. I forgot to buy lotto tickets today. You don't forget one too many times, and somebody's going to walk off with your numbers, and you are going to die.
You're going to get your retirement fund.
Exactly. Joyce said, made it back home just in time. Had a wonderful day. Can't wait to hear all about it.
Hey, Joyce.
Yes, absolutely.
You go, girl.
You go, girl. Okay, I will. I lost the comments. I blame Joyce. I blame Joyce because I know she can take it. You know, it's all love. Rhonda said, evening, Wax Fam. She can. She's strong. Blue Dove is here. Says, hey, everyone. Hi. Okay. Lynette's here. Says, hi, everyone. Hi, Lynette. Oh, he says, this just in, breaking news. There will not be a Friday night feast this week. We'll be traveling to parts unknown, and we'll be doing a Sunday night show with a special guest. That's amazing. I love how parts unknown is capitalized like it's an actual place.
We're riding out west.
I know.
We're going to see a certain couple in an RV.
Exactly. I don't know. Well, that would be east for them or west for other people. Yeah.
North. Well, who's southwest?
No, but they are. That's where they are. Mom's here. Says happy White Wednesday, everybody. Exactly.
Oh, she's not on her.
Blue Dove said I make the caramel macchiato as a whole packed scoop to about 32-ounce coffee. Yeah, packed scoop. Yeah, pack them scoops.
I'm just gonna say that's.
Shelby said, "Hey girl, followed you from Clubhouse. Great input on Triple J. No problem. Yeah." You know, I saw that she opened a Clubhouse. I was like, I can't be doing a Clubhouse. I got hashtag Black Wednesday in like 15 minutes. But I was like, you know, for a little bit.
Yet you
weren't doing anything but watching the basketball game. He's watching the basketball games because it is playoff time.
In the wrong room. I couldn't talk to my wife.
He was not paying no mind to me.
I went saw you. That's what you did. You hid in the hole. Because I had a flashlight.
I'm a hole hider.
I'm over like, is you in that dark room in the back corner?
Oh my
God. What are you under the dresser
for?
Keto
is here. Says good evening. Everyone, my husband, everyone. But Trey is here. This is hi, everyone. I was not in a dark corner.
Where were you in the dark where?
I was in the bedroom.
In a dark room.
It happened to be dark.
That's what
But it's not a corner.
You went to the side of the bed.
Karen said, happy second Whack Mark Wednesday. Hope y'all are doing great. Brian will be here soon. He is watering the newly planted stuff in the garden. Okay, guys, I'm going to talk to everyone about this on our Patreon call on Friday. I just don't know if I'm going to go with the garden because...
Yes, we have it.
No.
Flakemeister 1000.
The Flakemeister.
You're in a dark corner again. We gotta look for it.
Like gardens grow vegetables. I don't want to eat vegetables, so I'm just like, what would be the point? I haven't. When's the last time I've had a jalapeno? Even I'm just like growing peppers. It's not
the jalapeno's fault. You don't put it in with your burgers.
But it's not. But then I don't. It would be like getting another dog. It's like I would be getting it simply to take care of it when I don't really want it.
Oh, the pepper garden.
Yes.
Okay, I thought you meant just a jalapeno.
No. Like getting a plant,
Well, I knew you were not going to garden. You're just not
false. You did not know that. Jerry Ben West said, I comment on my computer. However, we have YouTube streaming on our Apple TV so we can both sit on the big screen. Oh, Patty's comments are ended. Oh, with the Patty Ben West. I am obsessed with your comment signature. Exactly. GC's here says, good evening, Holly. Nobody care about Holly. Gina said, good evening. I'm Richard. How the HE double hockey sticks are you? We are doing well. Today's a good day. Rain came out of nowhere.
Good evening.
Harris says, good evening, all. Absolutely.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
Or Stitch Couture.
Yes, or Stitch Couture. Depending on how you know.
Not everyone knows first name basis.
Well, look at the comment. Listen to what I say. Put it together.
I know, but I'm just trying to be the general. I'm the regulating the room.
Thank you. See, Joyce said it's all good. I don't blame you. The moderator.
Yes,
that's what that is. Those are what those
and
called.
You nicked it up by going too deep in the weeds.
Oh my God.
What?
I have no idea what you're saying. Okay, so let me go.
Do you not remember what we talk about?
Dr. Nick. If you would have said Dr. Nick, you just said nicked it up. No, you just said nicked it up. Rewind the tape. Okay. So today was good. I need to talk to somebody. I finished the season finale of This Is Us, and I was like, just once again, excellent storytelling, right? Excellent storytelling. Other than that, I sent out some emails. I did some work. I had a lot of meetings today.
Yes.
Yeah.
You did a lot of work.
I did a lot of work randomly. It was a good day. Today's was a good eating day because I stuck to plan. I will tell you this, you guys, what is it about like food addicts, carb addicts? It's the compulsive nature with which I eat. But Richard made potatoes and onions tonight, like fried potatoes and onions, and they are just sitting there on the stove, and just like every being, like it's clawing in my mind, like just go take a bite, just take a bite,
I mean, get those out of your sight.
I would love for you to get them out of sight, but like that's not the point. It's just, I don't even really want them. Here's the thing. I know they would taste good because my husband is a great cook, everybody. But I know it wouldn't be this snowball effect of if I have one bite, I got to eat them all. I know it would literally just be one bite. So I go back and forth between this, like, it's just one bite. What'll that do? But then I'm like, yeah, it's just one bite. What will that do? So I'm like, what's the harm in having a bite? Because it's only going to be one. Yes. But then the other side is like, yeah, and one bite will not be satisfying. You'll just be like, well, this is stupid. And then you'll have taken a bite for essentially no reason, Yes. This is what's going on in my head right now. And it's been going on ever since my husband had them potatoes on the stove.
Well, I mean, you can relate that to that. But it's anything else we ever do in life. Like if it's something we really strive to do, and there's one little thing that it might give us a 5, 10, 20, 30 seconds of pleasure. We can go even far and say 10 minutes of pleasure. Let's go crazy. 10 minutes of pleasure. After that, the regret from that 10 minutes of pleasure from the next 10 weeks of like, why did I do that 10 minutes of pleasure thing?
That's what I'm saying.
Was it really pleasure? Is that really a pleasure?
I just know that if I would take a bite, I'd be like, yep, this is exactly what I thought. It tastes good. They're potatoes. But what was the point? But the fact that I'm still thinking about it gets on my nerves.
Like, so I hate throwing away food.
Yes, he
cooked it before I throw it away.
He'll cook it and he'll suffer. He'll choke it down just so he doesn't have to throw it away.
Well,
Shelby said, "I love Richard's shirt." Yes, thank you very much.
It's spaced out. I don't have to.
Shelby said, "No spoilers." Oh, I'm not telling spoilers. Although,
tell it, Shelby.
I don't think like spoilers don't bother me at all. Like there was this article.
Person to watch TV.
Yeah, there was this article about how there's like a certain segment of the population that doesn't mind spoilers at all. And I'm that segment. I'm like, you can tell me exactly what's going to happen from start to finish, but that's not going to change my desire to want to watch it.
You're a horrible person to watch.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm trying to learn.
2 things. Because, when anything suspenseful happens on screen, you fast forward it till the suspenseful thing ends without telling the person you fast forwarded.
And I'm about to fast forward.
You have no courtesy in that. But you're learning, though. You are learning. It's been like 5 times.
Because how long have I been doing that by myself for the past 10 years? It's not overnight.
Well, I'm just saying what you do.
No courtesy.
I'm just saying.
It's a habit that I'm trying to adjust.
And that's why I love you. But I'm saying, so she fast forward past any suspenseful moment, and
when I rewind it, I end up telling him what happened anyway.
You blurted it out.
He's like,
you're like, oh man, at least they got dodged the bullet. Like, what the?
Like, I'll fast forward it. He's like, oh, you gotta tell me when you do that. I'm like, okay. I was like, oh, and then I rewind it. I was like, it's okay. He ends up dying anyway. Like, oops, my bad.
And it's like, we'll be watching a show and you literally start fast forward.
I know, I'm sorry. Cassie says no spoilers. I know, I'm not going to do that to y'all. But still,
But you are getting better, though. I will say that. You are like, I'm fast forwarding.
I'm about to fast forward this one. Exactly. Because I just can't take to suspense.
Because I used to just shut my eyes and be like, go ahead and do it. And then you're like, whoa, man, they made that go fast. I'm like, what the? Well, don't tell me what you just saw.
I know. I'm sorry.
So now I got to do the whole. Now I got to do the whole. La
la until like I'm all the way back ready to press play again. It's a habit. Bayou Princess is here. Says good evening, everyone. Shelby said, yes, you might just take a bite, but maybe it will just be that taste in your mouth that you don't need to be reminded of. I mean, that's what I'm saying, Shelby. Like, I know it tastes delicious. Like, but at the same time, I know I don't have any fear at all that it would turn into like, oh, I've got to have more. Like, I know that wouldn't happen. So I know that just taking one bite isn't going to do anything, for my satisfaction wise. So I'm just like, why am I still thinking about
but to mentally get
Jerry's here says good evening.
Takes a while. Like a lot of people go through that hassle of like you in the candy jars. Like, I don't want that. I don't need that.
Brianna said I started watching Keto Salt Lake. Amy Berger talked about food addiction. It hit real hard. I definitely needed that talk. Well, that means I gotta watch that too. Berger. I got Burger. No, it's Burger. You're right. I was gonna say I had that right. They got me saying guess myself. Oh my God! Read it in front of you. Oh, Lord. Yes. Shelly said, me too. I know this is wrong, but I'll read the last chapter of a book first. Now that is weird.
But do you tell people about it before you?
Like,
hey guys, did y'all read that one part?
That would be like me fast forwarding the show to watch the very end and then going back to the beginning. But it's more of a spur of the moment type situation.
I mean, you both are.
Chris is here. Says, hey people. Jared Van West says Patty hates spoilers. Me, I'm more or less meh, except in a good book or movie. I really don't mind. Yeah.
What other places do you put spoilers other than good books and movies?
I know, right? Nothing else is really spoiler.
Did I spoil
you guys? We went through the DVR today because so many shows got canceled, and we literally went through our DVR and was just like, "Is Prodigal Son canceled? Is All Rise canceled? Is The Rookie canceled?" Like, and I was just like, bombs were dropping. I was like, oh my God. I do watch a bunch of crappy shows.
Yeah, and you like, after the first 3 episodes, you're like, I'm booked forever. Like, no, that's when you bail. You bail in.
I should have bailed on dive in deeper. It's not really good. Well, but Trey said, LOL, I also don't mind spoilers. But I actually like those shows.
After 3 episodes,
he said, I love
watching
spoilers.
The whole season. I love it or hate it.
I mean, after 3 episodes, exactly. You gotta know what happened. So
I'm out. I'm out.
Miriam said, Chris said, Miriam likes me to tell her if someone dies so she doesn't get emotionally attached in the movie.
See, there you go.
I'm like that. I'm one of those people right now, like on Netflix. I like to know, did this get a series finale? Because if it didn't, I don't want to start watching it.
Seriously?
Yeah. Like, you don't want to watch something and then it just know that it just got cut off and canceled.
For me, it's 2 seasons. If it lasts 2 seasons, then I don't mind because it was at least good enough to go.
Shelby said, sad thing is that they are ending after this next season. Season 6 is the last. I also just found that out today. I didn't know that. At the very end, they were like, doo-doo-doo. So coming up this last year, it's going to be an emotional toll for us. I was like, last year? You said what? Like, why are they going out on top? Why are they shits creaking us? Like,
I'm pretty sure they're Stay
around forever. Y'all could be the Grey's Anatomy of drama. Like, you could go on forever. Hopefully they'll have like some spin-offs or something. Yeah, or like the ER. Okay, exactly. You could go on forever.
Well, I mean, also those shows are like people get tired of doing
Catherine said, I get that. I've read the ends of books to make sure I like the ending before I read the whole book.
Catherine?
That does not make any sense.
You are one amazingly unique person.
Interesting. Like I know, Kathy. Me too. Yeah, I didn't know that. I Googled, this is us final season. Like all the news articles. It was horrible. Like it was
Googling the storm, then going through the DVR.
And just taking things off. Yeah.
Slow as ever.
Yeah.
Hey, was this canceled?
Yeah. And exactly. And we were surprised to find that a lot.
And I was like, honestly, I could have eyeballed like 6 of your shows.
And been like, these are canceled.
Cancel. Yes. I knew that after the 3rd episode. No, that's not going to make. That's not going to make.
Maitreya said, I wish it would be like that for me. Medical requirements aside, I don't think I could do one bite. Yeah, like there's certain things that, like if I would just take one bite of the potatoes, like I'm in a place mentally where I just know that it wouldn't do a lot for me to eat more than that. But so I also know it wouldn't do anything for me just to have one bite.
See, for me, that's not how I do food.
Gina said Amy Berger was on point. It was like she was talking directly to me. Yeah, I need to watch.
No, I do understand that, but for me, it's not food. Like, I'm the type that I can close the bag. And I can't just have, like, for me, I'm good. Like, I had...
We all know you're good, Richard. We all know you're not a food addict, Richard. We all know you don't need to follow the keto lifestyle, Richard. What's the point?
I am keto-ish. You want me to get my t-shirt? I will show you that t-shirt, okay? Right now, it's you better work, because guess what? You better work. You know what I'm talking about? Because we all better work, because that's what is required. We have to put one foot in front of the other. There is no fast answer. There is no quick switch of a light bulb. We got to all do our same work.
Switch of a light bulb. I love when people mix up metaphors and similes.
I have a really good thing going.
I'm sorry, switch of a light bulb.
Something about a pass.
He said the warden ruined Dexter for me, told me the ending before I was able to watch it. That's unfortunate.
He gets caught.
Did you know? What? Was that really something? I'm so sorry.
I think that's the only two options.
Have
you seen the trailer?
I think
or he doesn't.
The Dexter's wife on that show is the daughter of a guy that my dad worked with. Like, she's from Louisville, or he's from Louisville. Either way, his daughter was the girl on Dexter. So I was like, oh, that's cool. So
now we got somebody to visit.
Yeah. No, we don't know them like that.
No,
Blue Dove said, I have to operate by the carb addiction model. I had a big NSV that I made my daughter regular chocolate cake for her birthday and got frosting on my hands and washed it off.
Oh.
Whoa, that is amazing.
I don't know if you could have done that.
Jerry Van West said The Rookie on ABC was renewed this month for a 4th season. I did see that. I was very excited about that.
That's one of
he said, was that hamster walking behind you? Yeah, she wasn't. She was not in the mood to be talked to or talked about.
She was on the phone talking to her own thing.
Yes.
She was about to run to the wall a couple of times.
Yeah, exactly. She wasn't like paying any attention.
She's one of those ones who like walking the traffic.
Yeah, on her phone. Yeah, exactly. Pretty much.
Woo.
Oh my gosh.
Just saying.
Yes. Kathy P said, I'm so sad when I'm invested in a show and it's gone. Boo. Yeah, but in their defense, they had 6 seasons though, so it wasn't like it ended too soon. Can I spoil it? I'm not going to spoil it.
But I know I'm saying, as far as you invested on the show, if you give two, I would say. Okay, 3 seasons you're fine. 2 is still like kind of a tease. 2 is like I don't know. 2
is bad.
3
like
after 3
a
seasons,
show that I really like.
Every show should be like this.
A really good show that I liked was canceled after 2 seasons this year, and I was really sad about it. So
I have a lot of shows that are canceled.
Joe Ray said, I accidentally spoiled the 6th Harry Potter movie on Facebook, but really, people, if you cared, the book was out for years before the movie. Absolutely not. There's some people that just don't read.
Joe Ray.
Hello, you think I'm reading Game of Thrones? No, but I'm gonna watch it though. Absolutely not. You can't make that assumption. I didn't watch it.
I was going to say, are you watching Game of Thrones? You're not watching any of the Game of Thrones. What did you just say? Get you out of the screen. You feel?
This is literally me. Shelby said, I read an article in Cosmo this month where the girl Wikipedias the whole plot before she watches a movie because she doesn't like to be scared, sad, or surprised. And then she can enjoy the acting. That's literally me. Sometimes in certain cases, I actually like to know what's going to happen because I don't like the feeling of suspense enough, so much to where now that I know.
He said, I got to do my, hold on, I got to look at this again. What? Oh my Lord.
The only reason I wouldn't do that is because once again, I don't really read. So I'm not reading. If someone tells me the plot, I'm like, for real? No. His twin the whole time. But I don't want to read it. Like I can't.
Do y'all realize that if you are scared, surprised, or sad while you watch it, That's literally enjoying the acting as it's happening.
No, not
That's
acting,
the same
but you
thing.
don't have to. No, because I'm too worried about the emotions. My cousin
because
Kim
you're
is
still
here.
watching it.
Says I'm a professional librarian, and I say it is okay to read the ending of a book, and I will never agree with you on that. That doesn't make any sense.
And as a professional librarian, I'm pretty sure you just want to get crashed.
Jamie said that's why I love General Hospital. Year 58. Is that the oldest one? How old is Young and the Restless? No. Oh, Jerry Van West said, I've read the end of my keto journey. I win. I'm successful. I've been helpful to hundreds of others. Whoa, and also experienced help. What you want me to get up and run here, Jerry Van West? I've seen the end of that book too. We all come out the other side.
Testimony there.
Yes. Man, Jerry Van West been giving it to me every single day. Absolutely. Well, Kim is here. Says hi. Jerry. Good evening.
He is Jerry.
He is. Matreya said, I'm okay with most spoilers. To be fair, I've managed to avoid Resident Evil 8 Village spoilers, and I'm 3/4 way through playing it. Well, that's cool.
There you go.
Exactly. Shelby said Richard's been uninvited. Yes, from the Keto Summit. Yeah, he don't need to be there. I don't need
I say I'm keto-ish. See, I don't like you. I don't hold final. It's not black and white. It's a lot of gray in my life. So keto-ish. It's all of us trying. You know what I mean?
Blue Dub says, I can't do that. Must read one page at a time because when I finish the last page, I experience a serious sense of loss. Books don't make me like every book. When I read the ending of it, I'm just like, the end. I don't feel like, oh no, it's over. I'll never get to experience that again. Partially, I felt that way with Harry Potter, but that's like the longest
I was gonna say, have you ever read any like great drama books?
No.
Anything I think it was great drama because I've read a few movies. Like I've read The Pelican Brief and A Time to Kill.
Lisa said, "Go work that like button." I absolutely.
And I was like, if you read an actual book with highs and lows and suspense and everything in it, you really do get captivated. And there is way more detail you can put in a book than you can ever do in a movie. Like the detail, the level of detail, like The Firm, the book, and the Tom Cruise Firm, the movie, two vastly different situations. But in the last couple pages, you really feel like a finale, like a chapter is closing. And
literally. No, it's a literal book.
Oh,
proverbial. No. Melanie said, good evening, Mark family from sunny San Antonio. My birthday surprise. Well, happy birthday, Melanie.
Yay.
First of all, Jerry Van West said, is that a cicada on the wall behind you? I don't appreciate that. I don't play like that, Jerry Van West. I'm not even turning around, Jerry Van West, because I don't play like that, Jerry Van West. No, it's not. No. Y'all almost saw me just lose it right there. We don't play like that. No. We don't play to scare people. I know, still. No, we don't play like that. Kathy says, I want 7 seasons. I want 47 seasons. Like, there's no reason This Is Us should ever end.
Yes,
like,
you want 8 Days of Our Lives.
Yes.
General Hospital thing.
Yes. Joyce said, I hate being addicted to food. Went to a Mexican restaurant today and now I have a headache. It was not worth it. It really is worth it.
From just going to the restaurant, you got a headache?
Yeah. Of course not. Just eating the food, you dummy. Oh my God.
So it wasn't like just like a few things. You like gorged yourself.
You can't, because you can't help not.
That's what
Laura says, hello, Laura.
Like just going to a restaurant.
Southern California. Hi, Laura. How are you doing?
Interesting.
Kathy B said Harry Potter books are so far superior to the movies. Read the book several times. Yeah, I listened to them. Jim Dale, you ain't never gonna get me behind.
You're not a reader. You're more of a listener.
Yes, I mean. I can read. I enjoy listening more. That's all I'm going to say. Melanie said, I'm 2 cupcakes in. Do you, girl? No judgment. Happy birthday. So, TC said, it's awful being addicted to food. You can't quit cold turkey or avoid it. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, you don't need alcohol to live. You don't need drugs to live. Of course, you don't need sugary food to live, but you do need food.
But those people addicted to those things will look at you like the same thing you said, the opposite. It's like,
no,
how do you resist?
No, it's physiologically true. You don't need those things to live.
Yes, but in your mind, it doesn't matter. When you're up here, if the alcohol or the drug, if you feel like you need that to live, when you pull that apart, that's going to be so hard and tragic.
But you're not confronted with it as a life necessity everywhere you go. Like, you don't have to drink alcohol every day. You would have to choose to bring it into your house. Whereas you have to eat every single day.
Like eat gruel or mush or just crackers or something like that.
We could eat gruel, mush, and crackers.
Now, you don't gotta be pretty food. You can just be like, it's sustenance.
But that's what I'm saying. So I'm not saying you need sugar and carby foods to live, but you have to perform the act of eating every day.
No, I'm just saying that any addiction mentally is such a hard
Sherry Van West said Patty is a vociferous reader. Ooh, vociferous. I'm gonna Google.
You don't know what vociferous means?
What does vociferous mean? I could tell in context. Okay, I could tell in the context. That's what it means. Sure, it's 3 to 5 books a week. How long are these books? Are these pitch books?
I mean, just like Confident Fit Mom be walking. She be reading.
No, I know, right? She be confident. Once again, Jen runs. You can't walk 50 miles. So.
Speed walk.
Laura said, I'm sitting in the emergency. I fell down outside, and while my left leg hurts more than you know, pray for me. My leg gave out because of my arthritis. Oh no, Laura, we hope you do okay. We're glad that you're resting right now. At least you're in the right spot. You're where you need to be. Yeah, you are where you need to be. Let them do all the other work. You just relax. So you relax and take it. Kathy P says, being a formal carboholic, I absolutely abstain and substitute with all the good stuff. Meats. I know, right? But that's about you also knowing who you are. If you know you're a horrible addict and you just can't have it anywhere in your vicinity, don't put it in your vicinity. Yes. That's how I feel. That's simple. That's how you basically are. Yes. With all your sweets and anything you want to purge. Yeah. You have to get rid of it completely or else. Which I'm trying not to, that's what I'm saying, like buy that stuff. I was talking to a girl at the bank today, and she was just like, I can never give up, like the savory stuff, like the pastas and the rice. I was like, I can't tell you the last time I've had pasta, like I don't need pasta or rice, but hashtag dat cake though. It's a mental hurdle. Here's what I wanted to bring up. So Joyce's point about like, it's not only just eating, it's feeling this incessant need to eat as much as possible. That's where my friend Chella went to Disneyland, Disney World with her family, and I know, right? Disney for everybody. And she made it a point to stay keto most of the time, and she maybe had like a bite of cheesecake here or there, but she said, she didn't eat the ice cream. You don't eat things that you can eat anywhere else. And she said, more importantly than just sticking keto, she wanted to feel good, they're doing over 30,000 steps a day because they're at Disney. And so it's just like, if you were to gorge on all those sweets and all the things, you're just not going to feel like doing all that stuff. And I was just like, I know exactly what she means because, when me and my mom went to the Mall of America a couple of years ago, it was like, we wanted to walk the whole thing, but day one, you get there to the Great American Cookie Company and you just eat all you can. You're like, oh, let's just sit down. And it's just like, it's stopping you from doing the things you want to do. You stop at the first store? Yes. Oh my God. Look, speaking of the Great American Cookie Company. You were doing this horribly, okay? Speaking of the Great American Cookie Company, I was at the bank today and I was talking to the teller and she had never heard of like the cookie sandwich cake where it's like the cookie and the icing in the middle and then another cookie. Okay. And I was just like, yeah, get it from the Great American Cookie Company. She was like, where's that? I was like, what? It's in like every major mall ever. Okay. I was like, look, if you go to this mall, then it's in a little kiosk near the food court. If you go to this mall, then it's right outside of the JCPenney. And then if you go to this mall, then it's going to be right across from the Old Navy. She said, I love how you know where they are in all the malls. I was just going to say that too. Like, my God. It takes one to know one. So, yeah, I know. So you definitely are a cookie. Dr. Wise said, good evening, WAC fam. Hi, Dr. Wise. I'm so glad that you are here today. The great steak and potato company is. Right when you go in that one mall, then you can order a nice old 7-foot steak and cheese. Oh my God! That weird. Rhonda said, usually I want to be surprised. However, sometimes I'm like you, Autumn. I want to know the plot and how it ends. Now, what happened on This Is Us? No, this is one of those times I went. We gotta take that offline. You have to DM you. Exactly. Catherine says the Hunger Games books were emotionally draining. I read them all in 3 days, and it was an emotional roller coaster. I didn't sleep. Catherine was one of those readers. Now, do you know my best friend, Sealark? She is a reader. I remember it was all the rage. People were standing in line for the final Harry Potter books to come out because it came out at midnight. She stood in line at midnight to buy the book, and she read the entire thing and was done with it the next morning. Like she stayed up and read the book till it was done. Right. And I was like, what? Now, the Hunger Games, did I listen to those or did I read those as well? I think I listened to them. Just so much more. I listen to them than the movies. Like they don't get into, like you said, Richard, near the detail in the movies, and you're like, this doesn't make sense because there's no context behind it, you know. Yes. And then, do you know what I was really upset about was the Divergent series because they just changed that movie. I was like, this did not happen at all in the book. But still, don't get me started.
That's so cute.
Don't get me started.
You're allowed to be way more visceral and graphic in a book than you can ever do in a movie. Because you can define and he hit her, or she hit her head on the ground, and the teeth shattered. Or like, Lord, ouch! That sounds like it.
He said that's why I love pro wrestling. There's never an off season. It's still real to me. We watched a little bit of wrestling a couple days ago. Those are athletes. Okay, so. No.
There's a difference between wrestling and wrestling.
Kim said, me too, Catherine. By the last book, I was done with Katniss. Make up your mind already. I totally agree. That is so funny.
I mean, but as ladies, do we ever make up our mind?
It's my prerogative. Cynthia
do we ever make up our mind?
We, Richard? What? We as ladies? No. Our movie theater just opened back up in Indiana. We watched The Wrath of a Man. It felt weird. So there are lots of movies coming back in theaters. Spirit 2, Unbridled, is coming back in theaters. It was like, this movie, it's an animated movie. This movie is so great, it deserves to be seen in theaters on the big screen. I was like, okay, Spirit.
Yes. Like, now, you can rent them for cheap now. Just rent them and just bring your own movie. So I plan on going on just getting Ghostbusters.
Shelby said, hey, we ain't getting into an HP debate. I love both and grew up waiting every 2 years for the movies to come out, seeing them opening day, put a matching to my life. Hey, you're right. Now, I remember seeing Harry Potter when I was in college. Deathly Hallows 1 came out.
We got the
Boy, it was amazing.
Well, I mean, my older sister, who I grew up idolizing, was a teacher. And she was a teacher right when all this was Harry Potter the first book came out. So she wanted to teach her class. So then she got involved. And then she started reading. And then she started watching. So when the movies came out, it was kind of like how I feel about Marvel. It was like you spend your whole life reading comics, and then it's like actually done on screen perfectly. Well, it's when it's possible. Like they had Marvels in the 70s. And
Jen said, I just listened to a podcast with a nutritionist who said overeating is not an eating disorder. I disagree. I mean, occasionally overeating is not a disorder, but like a compulsive, like a compulsive need to continually do it. Absolutely, I do think it is definitely disordered behavior. Or I was on Clubhouse one time, and someone said you might not be a food addict. So here's the thing: I don't think I'm a sugar addict because there are some people that talk about like the compulsively. Once I start eating, I can't stop. And I can't stop. And I'm like, I can. I just don't want to, But like, it's not this feeling of the food controlling me anymore. But she classified it. There's an addiction to where you can't control yourself. And then there's harmful behaviors. Yes. And I believe that I have harmful behaviors toward food. Okay. I compulsively eat when I'm not hungry, and I hoard food and use it as a reward in certain instances. Those are harmful behaviors toward food, but I don't know if I'm like an actual food addict anymore.
Because I would think,
using food, is there a difference between food addict and compulsive eater? I'm a grabber.
I think using food as a celebratory thing is a human thing. That's not a you thing.
Yeah.
I think everybody on the face of the globe does it.
The face of the globe.
Mm-hmm. Like no matter where you're, if your family comes home and you're surprised, feast.
Yes.
If you did anything to do, feast. If you did something great for school, feast. Like
Gina said, I figured out I'm not addicted to food. I'm addicted to the way I eat it. I mean, I'm more addicted to the taste in my mouth and the full feeling in my belly, So like, here's the thing, which I've only ever said this, like, this is the first time I'm saying this. So it's kind of weird. But if I were to eat some cake or whatever and then spit it out, and then drink like a gallon of water till I was really full, that would give me the same satisfaction as if I ate the whole cake. Like, I'm not addicted to eating the food. I like the feeling of feeling full.
We need to try that experiment just to see if that's true or not.
Yeah, I mean,
you didn't have a big cake out. You just had one slice and just eat it.
I'm not saying I would prefer to do that, but I'm saying it would give me the same sensation.
I don't think it will, though. I think you can say that without any clear evidence.
But
I think you want that cake.
I couldn't keep eating it if I drank a gallon of water. Like, I would not force myself to eat it until I could throw up, because once your stomach, like, it's all hormonal, because once your stomach starts to stretch and your hormones start to signal like you're not hungry anymore, like the desire for that cake would go away.
I would love to believe that. I would love to 100% believe that, but I don't know. When the foot meets the fire, who knows what happens when the rubber meets the road.
Jen said I come up and my name comes in the conversation. He keeps talking about how you walk everywhere. And I'm like, you cannot walk 50 miles in a day.
She do what she want to do in a day.
Kathy P said, I'm formerly addicted to certain foods. Just say HE double hockey sticks. No.
Well, I mean, but that's the end game, though, is if you know that you're that weak around certain things, no matter if it's whatever food or anything you do, whatever vice you do, if you know you're that weak where you're going to OD on it, keep that thing further away from you as humanly possible.
Yeah. Brianna said some people just don't understand food addiction. It's just not on their radar as even existing. People live in their own bubbles. I mean, I agree. I think it's difficult because one thing, I guess, having a food addiction or like harmful behaviors toward food, I'm more empathetic to people that have harmful behaviors toward other things, And so it's just like, a lot of people don't do that. Just because something isn't an issue for them, they can't understand how it would be an issue for other people.
I was going to say the same with addiction. That's where it's reversed what you just said earlier, where it's like, because we're always around food, we don't see that as a negative. Like if you have you sitting there with like a whiskey at 10 in the morning, then you're like, whoa, you got a real problem. You got 2 biscuits or 2 muffins in the morning, you ain't gonna ever think that. So like we don't associate the food with that same. If you sitting there tooting up in the bathroom, you're like, whoa, man, you got a problem. What if you just got a sandwich in the bathroom? They're gonna be like, hey.
First of all, unsanitary.
I'm just gonna say, but we associate food in our minds with it must be your personal thing, or something else harder.
Like shopping or gambling or drinking. I would never have a problem with those, but like I could understand. I was like, well, that's not my thing, but I could see how it would be a thing for you. Whereas people say like, just stop drinking. Like, of course, if it was that easy, of course we would do it.
But what I was saying was food is more readily acceptable though. Like you can't have whiskey on the counter at like 10 a.m. Like, hey guys, welcome to the office. What's going on, guys? Look, how's it happening? Like, what you got a problem? You got a problem. But if you have 3 a pack of muffins, then there won't nobody say nothing. Even though it's like this is like the 10th pack I bought. Don't worry about it though. It's like, yeah, you're fine, man. Anyway, let's talk about this other stuff.
Shelby says, do y'all buy the books and read it and then read it again, or one and done? So back then those books I listened to them from the library. So I took them back or I downloaded them in audiobook. I never go back and listen to them again. My self-help books, I haven't gone back and like listened or read any of them. I think I'm more of a one and done.
I'm definitely not a double reader.
They ruined Divergent. Thank you.
I can watch something multiple times if it's really good, but I can't read a book more than once.
Yes.
That's way too long.
Cynthia said, I just went to a party last week and I only ate the wings and veggies. Everybody kept asking, how do you stay so strong? You stay keto strong.
Basically.
That's what it is. I feel you.
She's like, Cynthia, like, look here, man.
Driven, listen, The Hunt for Red October was almost nothing from the book that was in the movie. Most James Bond movies are the same. They have nothing to do with the books. That's interesting.
Well, I was going to say that like The Firm, like the Tom Cruise The Firm, vastly different than the movie portrays. Like, it's, even though the movie's pretty crazy, it looks even crazier.
Blue Dove said, I lost sleep with the Hunger Games too. I can't stop and leave the character suffering, and there were lots of suffering to be had. You're right. So there were times, because I was in college when I was listening to the Harry Potter books, and I listened to a cassette tape, like, in my car driving back and forth, because I lived about an hour away from home. So when I would go home, I would listen to them. There were some points where like you get into like the 5th and 6th book and you're just like, so I literally had to cut the tape off because I was scared of listening to Jim Dale describe what was happening next. And then I was like, oh no, but the only way I'm going to know what happens is if I listen to it. So like I would turn it down really low, but I was like, I still have to know. But even listening to him describe it was horrible. And then yes, in the Hunger Games, when they made it to the Capitol and all them booby traps, I was like, what is happening right now? Like, I know exactly how you feel about all of that. So Brianna said you have to accept that movies are alternate interpretations. They are different and you can't expect the movie to be exactly like the book. I agree. Ain't nobody asked them to interpret it though. I just want to see a recreation of the book. But I feel you, so yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Well, there's no time you can recreate a book. It's
I mean, it would be so long. Yeah, exactly.
The budgets can never handle a recreation of a book literally verbatim to a movie.
Yes, so
because there's so much more detail, so much more.
Chris said the Born Identity books, which first of all, didn't know they were books, only shared the names of main characters, and the primary antagonists in the books didn't even exist in the movie. That said, the movies were fantastic, just different. Interesting.
Everything's a book. Most everything ever is a book first.
Gina said, I read the book first, then see the movie, but don't expect the movie to be the same or as good in the book, so I'm not disappointed. Yeah, you're right. They never are. So.
You should never. You should never go in thinking, this is going to be better than that book. It's never true.
Cynthia said one of my friends is on Noom. She said it's all behavior based. It helps her lose weight. She's an emotional eater. You know, I love those commercials. Like, it's helping me with science, and I'm like, I wish they would tell you what the science is, but I get it. You got to pay for it. So. Yes.
They tell you because it's tricking your mind. And
Kathy said, yes, Richard, yes. I abstain. Not to say I've never had a bite of a yummy dessert, but 2 or more gives me headaches. Nope. Well, it doesn't give me.
It's just about knowing who you are. Knowing each one of us.
Rhonda said, test it. I feel like you're chanting this. Cake and water.
I'm saying, Rhonda. Hey, call me on it, Rhonda. Call me on it, because I'm thinking this one thinking way too high of myself. Like, I could just drink water.
Jen said,
I will never eat cake.
Jen said, my husband texted me today that he was going to have a piece of cake because someone was retiring. I reminded him that he can say congrats without eating the cake. He avoided the cake. That is brilliant. I'm not saying I'm above eating. I'm saying I'm so desperate to have my stomach feel full that I could literally drink a gallon of water until I'm almost sick, just because that's how much I need that feeling. I wasn't bragging. I was just saying that's how messed up the connection is.
No, you're saying the full feeling is more important than the cake tasting.
No, not the cake tasting, the cake swallowing and ingesting.
Yeah.
Like, here's the thing. I could drink an entire gallon of water, get like 99% full, and like to where I'm like, oh, I'm so full, I don't even want to eat anything. Then have one bite of cake. And be like, and that feels like it was the whole cake, you know? Because all I want is for the feeling.
You know what I envision happening? A very long night of upchucking some watery cake.
Exactly. I wouldn't do that because I've learned to avoid making myself sick. Shelby said, and don't you think the media makes certain eating behaviors normal too? Like Richard saying, oh, absolutely. I was once again talking to the woman at the bank. She was just like, she was like, so how's keto going? I was like, I mean, it's great. I'm mostly eating meat these days. And, she was talking about, oh, I can never give up pasta and stuff like that. I was like, look, what keto has done for me is like taught me what real food is and what real food is not, right? And I was like, at least I know better. But the problem is you got people saying keto is not healthy, but then like their breakfast is like 2 Pop-Tarts or a donut or a stack of IHOP pancakes, I was like, people aren't even aware that the choices that they're making are not right. Versus, at least if I choose to have a McGriddle, if I choose to have pancakes, I know what I'm doing. But people walking around thinking that, Honey Nut Cheerios are part of a heart-healthy breakfast. And I'm just like, that's at least where I'm glad I'm not that anymore, So that's just something to keep in mind.
That shows the process, though. It's like we all have our spots in life. We're all not at the same point of our journey. So some people are behind us. Some people are in front of us. As long as we all know that we're getting kind of corralled, we get this, right?
Yeah, Gina said, so what you're saying, Richard, is that overeating is socially acceptable. You nailed it. Exactly.
Yeah. Well, exactly. Well, especially amongst the masses, as opposed to all the other addictions. That's all I'm saying. All the other addictions is more of a, I don't know because if you show up work smelling like whiskey.
TC said, when I binge, I will eat until I'm sick. I don't register that I'm eating until I'm too full. And exactly. It's not really about the food. Yeah, I mean, it's about the feeling.
That's what I'm saying. So, you can't come out the bathroom tooting. You got white on your face. Like, how's it going, guys?
Deterioration. Stop it. No, absolutely.
I'm just telling you, all addictions aren't the same. People look at
Island Girls here since good night from Jamaica. How often do you work out? What do you usually do? So this has changed drastically since the beginning of this year. Since participating in the 75 Hard Challenge, I've gotten used to exercising twice a day. So what I will do is do some sort of various workout. I'll work out 5 to 7 days a week, like at least 5, at most 7, right? Because that's all there are.
It started in January.
It started with 75 hard because I had to go 75 days in a row exercising. So I got very used to doing that. But most days I have put a bigger emphasis on weightlifting. So I would do a 45-minute weightlifting routine, and then I would jump on my exercise bike for 45 minutes. Yeah, sure. Sometimes I'll do like a cardio kickboxing downstairs, and then I'll jump on my bike for 45 minutes to an hour. Like I always end on my bike. Yes. So I spend about 2 hours a day exercising, and that's just honestly because I love it. Aww. But I will say I like riding my bike, because on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, it's just the way I can listen to Clubhouse and still do stuff, like do something. But I value most the weightlifting. So the building of muscle. So that's really what I've been
going to
focusing
the gym the past 3 weeks ago.
Yes. So now I'm always working on that. So Joy said I was always told to clean my plate, but now how many plates to clean? Yeah, at a time, I would always end up overly stuffed because I never wanted to stop. Yes. I feel you.
Well, also, you put too much on your plate.
Kathy said I currently binge on biltong and steak. Is that bad?
That was me too.
Here's the thing, Kathy. That's the whole point. I don't think you can binge on that stuff because you can only eat an acceptable amount because that's just what your brain requires.
No, my dad always said, make sure you clean your plate off. But my dad also said, make sure your eyes aren't bigger than your stomach. Because every time we go to the buffet, my plate would be this big, and then I would eat. So your eyes are bigger than your stomach.
Oh, stomach eyes!
You gotta learn what you can normally eat. If you fill it up where you can't eat it all.
Jerry Van West said my birthday cake is going to be a delicious ribeye. Jerry Van West, be sure to share that in the Facebook group on Sunday. I know, but I want to see his birthday cake ribeye because I want him to share so that we can wish him a happy birthday in the Facebook group. The bigger
question is it an actual birthday cake or is it an actual ribeye?
No, I think it's a ribeye.
Oh, yay! So you really won't like it. But I love it.
Yes. Island Girl said water and cake. I'm over the rice, pasta, and bread thanks to keto. That's amazing. Yeah. So,
well, at least Island Girl believes you.
Yes.
And water and cake.
Jen said, OMG, yes, my coworker was telling me how bad keto was while drinking her second Mountain Dew. Don't even do me.
Man, but the thing is, like, you don't know what you don't know.
Yeah.
So the question is your coworker don't know or she actively don't know?
They don't think it's that bad. Mary T said, changing our behavior is the key to fixing that off switch. It took years, but I now literally can't eat anymore after a certain point. I never had an off switch before. It's freedom. I love that for you. Like,
that's how I am with soda.
Yes.
That's how I am with soda.
Beth said, hello, I'm late. What did I miss? FOMO, I have to catch the replay. Richard said something ridiculous in like the first few minutes that I was just like, where's Beth? Oh my God, please go back and watch. # Beth replay.
I'm pretty sure you'll
hear it and then you'll be like, why? Stop saying it. Stop. Yeah. I can't remember what it is.
The part where you didn't admit to anything? And
Chris said, so Richard, do you work out? Actually, he does work out at the gym.
To this gym place.
I drag him. I be trying to leave him. Don't leave me.
No, I said, my entire life I was a beanpole. Like I was nothing but just bones.
Skin and bones.
Bones and bones. I don't know if I was skin and bones. I was just bony until I was like 17 or 18 years. I think I was 17. The doctor, I had a bone in my chest that was protruding. And my doctor was like, he was like, me and my mom and my doctor's in the same room. My mom was like, well, how do I, like, do you need to like shave it down or what's going on? He's like, nah, you just need to gain muscle. I'm just like,
when your doctor tells you you're scrawny, you gotta do something.
So from that moment forward, I hit the gym with my cousin who was an amateur bodybuilder at the time. And I learned the hard way on what dedication and consistency is. Because we lived in the gym for 8 hours a day.
Dedication and consistency.
Well, 8 hours a day. I mean, we went from 6 hours and went home for like 45 minutes and we went back for a night.
Spaghetti with regular tomato sauce, not pasta sauce, just
I did whatever he did. I just followed his footsteps completely because he was the chisel guy. I was just like a bone. So I was like, whatever you're doing, I want to do double that.
Jen said, in the last 3 work days, I felt perfectly fine avoiding the bundt cakes and donuts. I don't really miss those. Okay, so I love those, but this is a situation where I would have to abstain completely because similar to the potato situation, one bite of potato would not satisfy me. one donut would not satisfy me. I would need to have the entire box of donuts. However, I would not want to eat the box of donuts. So I know that only like having one wouldn't do anything. So I can't have any at all. But this is my kryptonite here. Like tables full of open boxes of pastries, like continental breakfasts. No, so like I do know that.
Breakfast is wouldn't do it for you? Or
no,
would do it?
That's my favorite thing ever. Like pastries, muffins, bagels, toast, all that. Like,
see, and I would be gravitating all kinds of breakfast. I was always the bacon, the sausage, the eggs.
I mean, I would pile up some of that too. Don't get me wrong, but it's always the pancakes.
Listen when I say this. I would focus on that. The other stuff was just in the way. The pancakes and all that stuff, get out of the way. Give me the bacon, eggs, and sausage. So I think the mentality growing up is just interesting to see how my wife operates. Because I'm always a meat. I was vividly focused on meat. The bread was a filler. I'm like, let's filler out the way. I want the raw. Give me them sausage links.
What are you doing? Why do you make that noise?
Because that's not how you eat.
When I tell you.
I don't do like.
Beth said, I thought one Krispy Kreme would be enough. Nope, I had 5. 5! I know. That's
well, you
me.
didn't say Krispy Kreme.
I mean, those disintegrate. You can have 12. Exactly.
You gotta eat 5 of those. No. That's reality.
JJ said, Autumn and Richard, y'all are hilarious. I'm watching while working. I bet someone's going to try the water and get you a gallon of water.
No, Bird's Life.
Chris said, Max just laughed at bagels. That's how I say it, Max. Deal with it, okay?
Max, I try to correct her all the time. She does not listen to me.
Kathy said I would be in a coma after 5 Krispy Kreme donuts. No, they just disintegrate. They're so easy.
I mean, but if they're room temperature, though, they're not disintegrating. It's still like a nice chew.
They still melt nicely in the mouth.
For other folks, they're actually sugar bombs.
Yeah,
and there's like bringing tents on your mind home.
Jen said, "Yeah, I have to abstain from them as well because I would want more than one as well. It's just easier to abstain." Yeah. So
especially when
I remember like when I used to go to the office, like, and there used to be donuts. People were bringing donuts. I would literally eat 4 of them, and then I would not want to eat anymore. But I knew that if they were there, I was going to be forced to eat them in order to make them go away. So I would literally take the donuts around to each person's cube and be like, "Please take a donut." "Oh, no. Please take a donut." Like, "Here, take a donut." Like, I would have to get rid of them
who didn't want donuts in their life,
so that because otherwise I was going to have to
see the shade,
So
3
that's
steps of shade.
I mean, Chris, 1 is too many, 10 is not enough. That's something right there. So yeah, so that's how it is.
Then let's go with half of 1.
Yes, half of
They said 1's too many.
I know.
Half of 1, you got it right. There you go. Problem solved, Chris. Write that down. You bill me.
Not how it works.
I'll charge you later for the advice.
So yes, Jerry Van West said previously I could eat an entire box of donuts. That's currently I can eat an entire box of donuts, but I don't. Right?
After like 4, my teeth start shaking.
Yes, my teeth.
I don't know, y'all sugar levels is ridiculous.
Okay, everyone, we are leaving because basketball is on. Don't forget tonight at midnight, the last time to enroll for my course. Go ahead and look. The link is in the description. Also, Keto Palooza tickets go on sale on Monday. If you don't have a ticket, be prepared. Full steam ahead on Monday. If you already have a virtual ticket and want to upgrade, check your email because the information is in there right now. Okay.
If you want to have a crazy time this year
with this guy, everyone have a great evening, and we'll catch you up, and we'll catch you on Friday morning at 9:30 a.m. Okay. Have a great day, everyone. Bye.
Bye, y'all.